Good morning, and I've just got 10 minutes before I have to go and have another meeting. I've got lots of meetings today. Wednesdays are pretty big days for me in terms of clients, and this whole online world is really working for me. So I've got a client in approximately 6 minutes, so that means this video has to be shorter. So, really quickly, I want to talk about how I feel very optimistic about the world as it is and where we're moving to. There's lots of exciting things happening, and even though today I've been doing lots of research on engagement, participation, I've been looking at the GFC and looking at leaders that did really well in that space. What did they do? How did they do it? And I'm not talking about those economists that preempted. There were 6 economists that preempted the GFC. I'm not talking about the ones that made a significant amount of money in investments and they got woohoo. I'm actually talking about people who led people. And then, of course, that always leads me back to that same place, which is, in order to lead people, you need to lead yourself first. And you need to understand who and what you are, who and what you stand for. And by doing so, you then can move forward with purpose. Or a really beautiful word that I like to use is intention. So I guess today what I wanted to talk to you about, off the back of thinking self-value versus self-worth, off the back of the 3 strategic tips from Stephen Cummings, is to understand this word around intention, or even bigger than that, a strategic intention. And I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do in order to really define who you are, what you want to do, or where you want to go. And, you know, at the moment I'm talking to people across a variety of different subjects, but they all come back to the same place, which is you. They all come back to the same place, which is how you lead you. They all come back to the same place of what's important to you. How are you going to manage things through this time? And so what I'm going to give you today is actually a marketing tool, and it's used as part of a process to understand a brand and then to work through from a strategic space into a creative space. And it works through 3 parts, which is define, articulate, and express. And it's used in 3 ways. The definition part is the strategic inputs, the articulation is the strategic outputs, and the expression is the creative brief around that. So it's absolutely a marketing / strategy tool used to help businesses do some stuff. And I would encourage all businesses to consider those 3 things: define, articulate, express, strategic inputs, strategic outputs, creative expressions. Now, how do we use that from a personal level? One of the things that Stephen Cummings mentioned yesterday was strategic intention. And it's a beautiful thing, the strategic intention. And I think we can think about it across a multiple range of verticals, from a high level across a broad spectrum company, through to a small to medium business, through to a one-man band, through to an individual looking to lead and guide others. And so what is your strategic intention? What is your intention at this point in time? And, you know, if you are in any one of those different levels, your intention will be to do a set of things. So it might be my intention to be a great leader. It might be my intention to run a great business. It might be my intention to create some cost cuttings and therefore create some savings. It might be my intention to get the best opportunity for a business to move forward. Whatever your intention is, define it. Think of the inputs that need to come in to do that, to define that. And if you're thinking from an individual perspective, it's like defining your skill set, defining your purpose, defining your values. Once you've got that, you then articulate that. So how do you articulate in terms of your strategic outputs? So what are the things that you want to say about this? And it might be, and I'll give you an example. In terms of my business, B-Suite. So the inputs would be: strategic input is to help people. Strategic input is training and development. Strategic input is consulting. Strategic input is an online platform. Strategic input is an overarching feel good. Strategic input is a place of empathy and care. So all of those things go into this defining piece. Then if I'm trying to articulate that, what am I saying? How do I articulate that? For B Suite, I'll say that the articulation of that would be an online learning platform that helps humans become human beings, or that helps humans, or maybe it's articulated as a place where people learn and grow together, or maybe it's a place where the learner is put at the forefront of their journey. However I decided to articulate that, I'd create that piece in the middle. That's the output. That's what people see. And then the creative expression of that is, how is that expressed? So that will be expressed through these videos. I constantly say B Suite, you know, where we help people. I'm constantly thinking of ways in which to give to people some knowledge. I'm constantly thinking of things that I can do to be more useful. And even when I talk to my clients, I'm saying things at the end. So is that useful? Is that helpful? Will that be of value in your life? So it's really important that the expression of that from a personalized level looks like this. The expression of it might be that jumping figure. The expression of it might be the small detail behind the design. The expression of that might be a mural. The expression of that might be a bunch of people saying what they thought of their experiences. But that's the expression of it. And so I guess what I'm saying today is there is a bunch of tools out there that can use. I'm going to share some of them with you. Some of these tools can be used to work on you as an individual or you as a business. I am becoming a little bit, as we move from level 3 to level 2, I'm trying to be helpful in the sense that I'm trying to think of ways in which to be supportive to help people function better in their life once we hit level 2. At the same time, remembering that we as a human come first, and we do need to define what it is that's important to us. We do need to articulate what it is that's important to us, and we need ways in which to express that. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a wonderful second day in level 3, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys tomorrow. Much love, and look after yourself.